Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Frequently Asked Questions. Today's question that we're going to be looking at is, am I, as a business or business owner, obligated to protect my client's data? So today we face data breaches, privacy concerns, and they're making headlines more and more frequently. It's crucial to understand that the ethical and legal obligations that come with handling this sensitive client information. So let's dive in a little into this subject, explore its details, and explain some best practices for data protection. So in our digital computer age, businesses and individuals rely greatly on technology to store, process, and transmit the sensitive data. So regardless where you fall in the specific roles, all of us play a vital part ensuring confidentiality, integrity, and availability of our clients' data. However, it's important to recognize that the obligation to protect client data extends way beyond basic moral principles and involves sometimes legal frameworks and industry standards. So, ethics form the foundation of our personal and professional conduct. It defines our responsibilities toward clients and society. So, everyone needs to recognize the ethical implications of handling any client data. So respecting privacy, maintaining confidentiality, and using data solely for its intended purpose are ethical obligations that we should embrace willingly. So properly providing protection builds trust and increase our professional reputation, as well as the reputation of the organizations that we serve. So, beyond ethical considerations, legal obligations govern the protection of client data. So there are numerous laws and regulations that have been created to safeguard this sensitive information. So these legal requirements impose very specific obligations, such as data breach notification, and the need for obtaining informed consent when collecting personal data. So non-compliance can result in severe penalties, including fines and reputational damage. So to fulfill our obligation to protect client data properly, it's important to adopt best practices in data protection. So here are just a couple key steps that you can do to help protect your client's data. Number one, encryption and access control. You need to make sure that there's robust encryption in place, along with only allowing authorized individuals to access and modify this sensitive information. Number two, data minimization. So only obtain and retain information that is necessary. Many like to have excess of information, but in this case, less is better. Number three, regular data audits. So conduct periodic audits to identify vulnerabilities and ensure compliance with relevant data protection regulations. Also, stay updated with changing legal requirements. Very important that you stay on top of that. And number four, employee training. So employees need to know best practices, their obligations, and understand the importance of data privacy. Awareness throughout the company is very crucial. Number five, incident response planning. Do you have a plan to address the security breaches and incidents? If you don't, you need one. This includes procedures for containment, investigation, notification, as required by law in most of the cases. So in conclusion, the question of whether we are obligated to protect our client's data, it's not a simple yes or simple no. It has to include ethical principles, legal requirements, and following your specific industry standards. You, me, we bear the responsibility of safeguarding sensitive information. We must embrace these best practices, stay informed about current developments, and create a culture of data protection. So I hope this has provided you with tips and insights on protecting your client's data. Remember, it's more than an obligation. It's a commitment to uphold privacy and trust in the digital world that we are living in. If you have any further questions, reach out to us by email at info@suisc.com. Again, that is info@suisc.com. We'll see you next week for our next fact question.